demo is going, like what are all the concepts we are going through?
Yes, yes, Sandeep, it will be there. Yes. Okay. So if in the interest of time, so if anyone want, everyone want to be know about the course content and all. Okay, let me start with that one only first. So this will be the course content we are able to cover in this particular 6 to 8 weeks. So we'll be start with the introduction of the cloud technologies, like what will be the differences between on-premise and cloud, and what are the different types of cloud offerings we will be having, like SaaS, PaaS, and then AIaaS. And we'll be start with the SAP BTP. So what is SAP BTP? How it is going to be helpful for our ABAP resources? So how to create the Eclipse? Eclipse is a mandatory once when we were working on the public cloud projects and all. So we will be not having even like private cloud as well. So we will be not having SAP GUI. Everything will be like URLs and all. So we will call these things as tenant and all. So those things will be covered, and Eclipse installation, that also we will be help you. And then we will be start with creation of the data dictionary, how we are going to be created in the I mean like public cloud project. As I said, we will be not having any SAP GUI. So how to create the data dictionary, domains, data elements, and we will start with the CDS. So CDS also it's required. So we need to be little bit understanding like what will be the CDS, how what will be the metadata extensions, how we are able to consume CDS to OData services. All these things will be covered, and then on top of that one, what are the types of CDS views we'll be having. So we'll be having like normal CDS view, composite view, and then we will be having consumption view. All these things will be covered here. Then we will be start with the main topic of our session. This is RESTful application programming. It's nothing but a RAP. So what is RAP? Like how why RAP came into the picture. So how it is going to be helpful for the developers to complete end-to-end requirement for the business users, and what are the types of RAP, RESTful application programs we will be having. With it's what is a managed scenario, what is unmanaged scenario. All these things will be covered. And then if we further bifurcate it, so we will be having RAP, we will be having different approaches, like behavior definition will be there, I mean like a starting procedure. So CDS, this is the first one. Then after that, behavior definition will come into the picture. Then once behavior definition has been done, we will be start with behavior implementation. All these things, like in behavior implementation, a lot of things are there. So end-to-end logic where we need to write about our particular in case if it is a app, if it is a API, all this logic has been written in behavior implementation. Then in case if we have any of the entities, like what I can say, so extensions, metadata extensions, all these things will be covered next. Then EML statements. So normally directly in our ABAP program we used to use SQL statements and all, but here in the RAP we used to use the EML statements. It was similar kind of the thing only, but we have to familiar with the usage of the EML syntaxes and all. So what is business object? What are the types of business object callings we'll be having? All these things will be covered, and then we'll be start with manage scenario. We'll take demos and behavior implementation, and then finally how we are going to be expose the one which we created. It will be covered as part of service definition, service binding, and what are the types of actions we will be having, how we are going to do the validations. All these things will be covered. And then Fiori elements. So how we can able to create the Fiori elements using RAP approach. So we'll be having service binding. We'll be having the two options, whether we can able to export it as API or app level. So those we can able to take an examples. And finally, so overview of the extensibility. So as we said, we'll be having different types of extensibilities. What is extensibility? Key user, developer, side by side, in app. All these things will show it to at the system level also. So we'll do the comparison also. How we are able to write the logic in S4, how we are able to do it in the public cloud. So all these things will be covered. So yeah, so that's it. And on top of this one, we'll be having few more things instead of the extensibilities. Those things also will be covered. So it was not there in this particular section, but we'll be add that one as well. And finally, course duration will be 6 to 8 weeks. So this is a curriculum. So we plan to complete in the BTP session. So including RAP and then differences of how we can able to write the logic for S4 system side and BTP side. Anyone having any doubts, any concerns, any questions?
One doubt here.
1 minute. Who is speaking?
Yeah, Sandeep here.
Yes, yes, Sandeep.
Like how depth is this course, Srikant? I mean, how useful is it for the requirement purpose and all? Like if we cover all these things, are we gonna go directly and do all the requirements, or it's just a cover up session for every topic, like introduction session?
Not the cover up or the high level. We are not going to give any of the training here, Sandeep. So it would be like in-depth sessions only. So I'll take example of the each scenario. So one mostly the trainings will be real-time scenarios only. We'll take one real-time example. So if once the requirement is come to us, how we are able to think it of. So in case in the public cloud project, so which scenario will be suitable for that kind of the requirement? Let's take an example. If it is report, so normally, in case if you would like to create any of the report in S4 system, so you will create a C38 program. On top of that one, you will create the transaction and then you will give it to the users. So the same structure, how we are able to evaluate in the public cloud. So in case if I am using RAP approach, how I can able to do it. In case if I am going, RAP is not required, so we will be not having that much derivation logic and all. So this small thing we can able to do it in at the serious level. How we can able to do it at the BTP level. So like that, we will be covered everything. So one example for the reports, interfaces, conversions, all these things like how we are able to difference like RAP and depth will be there. So like managed scenario will be covered, unmanaged scenario will be covered, managed with save will be covered. So on top of that one, in case any if we require like any parameters, how we need to populate. So my most probably I think mostly in case if you are having the hands-on on the CDS, so custom view entities, a new one it came to market and also we'll see that one as well. So yes, it would be in-depth training, Sandeep. It will be, it's not at the high level.
Okay, and after the training, Srikant, is there any like end-to-end project that we are going to do, or like
End-to-end project. So you want to keep it in your resume? Yes, I will share you few of the details. So we'll help you to prepare the resume as well in case if you guys are having plan to switch the organization center from SAP to you are directly looking for public cloud projects. Yes. So we'll give you some real-time examples, which is I worked recently. So those things I can share it with you. Yes.
yeah, we I mean, I just want some practice exercises after the course. That's what I'm asking.
So you are not expecting at the end only. So every day, one or two topics has been completed. I will give you some exercise so that you need to be dirty your hands with the things.
Okay, thank you so much, Srikant.
Yes. Others.
Uh, are you means we will be taught about like cloud connector, Kubernetes, or just connecting via public cloud?
Cloud connectors will be covered as part of the basis and all, Rishi. So as a pure web developer and all, you will be more interested on only the tenants. So how we
Yeah,
are able to connect the systems,
and
like what is the integrations, all these things. Those I can able to show it. So in case if once we have received the tenant details and all, how we are going to be incorporating the Eclipse level, that I can able to show you. Yes.
okay. So we are
So
not
what
connecting that. It's creating an instance over there.
So already normally we will be having the main one, main account, and inside that one we will be having the sub accounts and all. So sub accounts creation, all these things. If you people are interested, then I think might be I'll suggest you to join one or two sessions for the purely ABAP things and all. So that can be there. So parallelly BTP basis sessions and security sessions is going on. So yeah, I'll help you to in case if you are interested in that particular point of session. So one or two sessions I'll get like get like confirmation from other process
Yeah,
one,
and I'm
and then I'll
also
ask you to join it over there.
yeah, and are we also touching MDP and CAP?
AMDP, yes, AMDP is like it's altogether separate one. So S4 things will be covered serious, AMDP, OData, all these things will be covered in the separate one. So in this one, we are mainly concentrating on the RAP only. So RAP prerequisite is a serious one. So that's the reason like one or two, mostly I think four CDS views like basic CDS view, composite, consumption, all these things will be covered. AMDP, let's see in case if the time permits, if everyone is interested, yeah, I think we'll give one or two sessions for the AMDP also. But I think it's not required in this particular session. But if people are interested, yes, one or two sessions will be covered.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Others. Rohil, I see you are unmuted. Do you have any question?
No, I was just asking if cap is also covered on there or we have a separate section.
CAP will be separate one, so it will be not covered here. That is cloud application programming, and it's altogether separate. It's only RAP will be covered as part of the BTP.
Sure. Thank you. No doubts, ma'am.
Thank you. Others?
Shrikant, Mahesh
Yep.
here.
Yes, Mahesh.
There is one confusion in my mind from long time actually. So if we know normal ABAP and
Mm-hmm.
RAP, CDS, Fiori
Mm-hmm.
elements, so can
Mm-hmm.
we survive in the industry for a long time, or else we have to have knowledge on full time like front end UI5?
Uh, I can say we can survive. Okay, like already
Okay.
you said, like you will be having the hands-on in the RAP as well. So
Yeah.
RAP is going to be future for the ABAP resources. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Fiori, we altogether are having the separate resources center. So who dedicatedly working on this Fiori thing center. So
Yeah.
combining the technical, anyway, both the things ABAP and then Fiori will be comes under technical only. Okay,
Yeah.
but combining both technicals, it would be a little bit like hardly we will get the resources. But in
Yeah.
case if you would like to work as a like techno functional, not techno functional, I can say like multi technical skill consultant. Yes,
Yeah.
you can learn both the things. But if you know end to end about RAP, like how we
Yeah.
can able to map this, I mean, like the session which we are going to be give that in-app extensibilities, side-by-side extensibilities, all these things, yes, we can survive in the next 10 years.
Yeah, because nowadays, if we apply for any job, they are including everything like UI5, workflows, ABAP, RAP, everything they are asking about. But in real time, like, if we go, they are giving work in ECC itself, not even in HANA. I don't know why.
Yes,
Yeah, that is the
yeah.
main problem because we have to learn UI5 or so
I'll give you
that
one.
is my question. Yeah.
Understood. I'll give you one example here, Mahesh. Like normally,
Yeah.
the curriculum you are seeing here, so they are expecting ABAP, RAP, CDS, AMDP, and UFI. So UFI in the sense like they are not expecting everything needs to be no. At least like what will be there in the UFI, like what is the catalog, what is the users, how you are able to give the access to that particular app to the user center. So those
Yeah.
things, if you are interested, yes, we'll cover it in one session. Like
Okay.
anyway we will be having we are going to be create one custom Fiori app, like how it is
Yeah.
going to be and all. So in case if you would like to create any custom Fiori app, what are the details we are going to share it to the Fiori guy, that we will
Okay.
be discussed. Yes,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Even SAP is suggesting now we have to develop 80 to 90% of applications with wrap and Fiori elements only. Don't
yes.
go to Fiori until and unless if you have lot of like front end customizations and that.
Uh,
So that's what I was.
the beauty with the RAP is like in case if you would like to create the apps and all, you no need to do lot of things. Normally earlier we will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
having lot of things. We have to create the web dev info screens, all these things. That
Yeah.
nonsense is not there anymore. Directly we
Yeah.
will create the CDS. On top of that one, we'll create the metadata extension, service stabilization,
Yeah.
service binding. Service binding, we can expose it as a UI level. So we
Yes.
will be having V2, V4 and all. So we can able to see the option print preview over there. Once we click on that one, URL will be generated. That
Yeah.
URL will be shared to the Fiori guy to add it in the certain catalogs.
Yeah. Yeah. And even OData is also stopped now. SAP is not supporting OData also. Like if you want to create any new OData, just go directly wrap.
Yes, yes. Even like I can say like RAP also, I think it would be, I mean, not at all going to be required. So we'll be having SAP
Yeah.
Business Hub. There will be having the different versions like private, public cloud, and all these things. There will,
Yeah.
based on our system landscape and all, we can able to choose which relevant API will be suffice for us. So we'll
Yeah.
take that particular API and we'll do the testing over there. And on top of that one, we'll create the communication scenarios arrangement and we'll share it to the middleware or the third party systems.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Sure. Thank you, Sandeep. Yeah.
no problem. Others having any questions? Okay. So I'll consider that one as no. So hope you guys are able to see my screen. So we'll quickly start with like introduction, how it is going to be and all. So normally BTP, you people are aware of it. Like we are used to call it as LCNC. So we do have the certification is also available in the SAP marketplace. It's nothing but a low code and no code. What does that mean? So we'll be not having any code? No. To answer to your question, it would be no. So we'll be having the coding, but it would be like minimal coding, as I said. So normally, if I give an example, so if you would like to create any of the report program, we do have a lot of things needs to be done. So those things not at all required anymore here. So we have to create simply CDS. On top of that, then CDS will create the service definition and service binding. Will expose it. That's it. Well, coding will be there, but it will be minimal efforts and all. So might be you people having some question related to, so you said like minimal coding and all, where you write the logics and all. So that will be the question, it will be come to everyone mind where you need to write the logic and all. We will be not having any SAP GUI in the BTP public cloud and private cloud environments. Everything we have to do write it at the tenant levels. So what is tenant? So tenant nothing but a system name. So normally we will be having, if we consider SAP landscape, so we'll be having development, quality, and production. Might be few of the bigger cloud we will be having the pre-production, but most probably we will be having only this landscape. So development, hope I think everyone is having the SAP background. So just I will quickly give an example where we have write the logic for this development. It will be covered as part of the development. Then sit and then UAT testings will be performed in the quality system, and the actual business end users will be use the production system to run their business test cases. In the similar way, even in the public cloud projects, we will be having tenants. So we will not call the systems development system quality systems and all. So this is the terminology we used to call it as tenant. So we'll be having the dev tenant, test tenant, and then prod tenant for this different tenant. So here normally in development systems we will be having most of the clients we will be having two clients, 100 and 400. So 100 nothing but a where we will write the actual code. So this one will be for the TUT, technical unit testing purpose, and then FUT also process time can be done. In the similar way, we will be having two tenants here in the development system. It's nothing but a dev tenant and customizing tenant. So this one will be QA tenant or test tenant we will be call it, and final one will be prod tenant. So again, come something come to our mind. So what is tenant? How it will be looks like? Is it like the same like SAP GUI that we can give the server details and all, and then we can execute? No, it would be like same like how you are normally use your URLs and all. So it would be looks like this. So this is my dev tenant. So security team will share this particular sub account and then they will give this particular URL to you and they will share the required credentials to you. So what we required here, endpoint URL and user ID and password to log into this particular system, and everything will be accessible here. So unfortunately we will be not having any of the transaction code or something like that. Whatever you would like to do it in the public cloud systems, you have to do it via app. So come here in case if you would like to see any custom CDS view. Yes, if custom CDS. Yeah, so everything will be at the app level, custom CDS view. So we'll come here, will be created here. So we have the option to create here. Everything needs to be created from the app level. So like this, we will be having lot more apps. Most probably our technical people, we used to be familiar with these apps. Communication scenario. There is some issue with my keyboard today. I'll get it sorted. Okay. So app name is communication scenario, and one more thing will be the communication arrangement. In the similar way, we will be having the view browsers, lot of things. So I'll give you list of the apps which will be more familiar with the our developers. So we can easily navigate to those particular apps, and whatever the required settings we have to do, settings in the like small adjustment. I created this custom, I have this particular standard API. I would like to expose this one to this one out as a outbound or inbound, those types of settings, and normally how we can able to do it in the gateway service and all. So similar way we can able to do it here as well, but everything needs to be done at the app level. Okay, so this will be the system details and all, so where we need to be work and all. So again, we will be having further bifurcation, developer extensibility, and then in-app extensibility, all these things. What is developer extensibility? So all these things will be covered at the end. I mean, like in the same session, I'll show you like how it would be and all, where you'll write the logic. In case if you would like to create any of the class, might be something coming to, in case you would like to create any of the report, class and all, where will be created? You said like, we will be having only the tenant details and all, but I need to create one custom class. I would like to create one background job in public cloud project. How you are going to do? Yes. Is it not possible? No. To answer to your question, yes, it would be possible. How we can able to do? So we need to be do it at the Eclipse level. So mostly these two places where our ABAPers will be having much interested to write the logic center. In case if you try to create any of the classes, background job schedule, all these things will be covered at this one ADT. So no, ABAP development tool. So this is the keyword we use to follow it in the cloud projects. So this is the ADT. This is the tenant. So these two things you need to be more familiar. So okay. So you said like. You will be having the URL, you will be having the system user ID and password. But how I am going to add that particular system to the Eclipse? Okay, that will be also covered. So how we are going to be normally how we are able to add the system details and all. We'll come here and then we'll add the project here. In the similar way, we can able to add the cloud project as well. We can click on the cloud project. We will give this instance URL what we have received from the security team. It's nothing but a tenant URL. I mean, like our dev tenant URL, this particular URL, and then I will be logging with the user ID and password. So I'll give some input here. Click on it. I think URL is invalid. Okay, it's already there. That's why I'm not giving. So we'll click on the next, and it will be shown the error message once initially we are adding the public cloud project. So that is a known issue. So no need to bother about that particular one. So what is the prerequisite before adding this public cloud project needs to be? So that particular dev tenant needs to be opened in the system. Then only you will go ahead and then add this one. Otherwise it will be keep on pop up the notification. You need to be open the dev tenant in the specific browser. Okay, once we added this public cloud project and what other things will be available. Okay, like this you will be get the pop-up. So you need to log into the page in browser. So we have to be logged in here. So you will get the notification ADT, as I said, like ABAP development tools. ADT is successfully logged in for this particular one. So we will come here. So normally we will be having the packages. So inside the packages we can create the multiple ones. So if I take an example of any one of the thing, so these all other things will be available here. So if you would like to create any CDS view, we'll come here and then we'll create it. In CDS, we'll be having different types of options, behavior definition and then data definition. This data definition, nothing but a normal CDS which we used to create and all. What is this behavior definition? This is for the RAP. So our main thing will be covered is here. So behavior definition. So these things will be here. Then we will be having business services, service definition, service binding. So these will be as part of the REP architecture only. Normally it will be start with CDS. On top of the CDS behavior definition, on top of that one we'll be having service definition and service binding. So it will be under business services, and then this cloud ALM, this communication management, all these things will be required for you when you are doing with the inbound or outbound services and all. I'll give you an example for that one as well. And coming to the data dictionary, in case if you would like to create any of the tables and all, as I said, like in public cloud projects, we will be not having SAP GUI. We will be not having this logon pad and all. So whatever you would like to do, you would like to do it in the Eclipse level only. So if you would like to create any of the table, you have to come here and you have to create the same way data element and domain. This is required for the few things and all. App level configuration, IAM apps and all. It's not required for us. And in the other section, in case if we are playing with any of the gateway client, all these things, or data services, all these things will be covered as part of the others. And one more main interest of the thing is source code library for us. What is this one? This is nothing but a class. As I given an example, in case if you would like to create any of the custom class, you would like to leverage that particular custom class in the any of your existing REP or somewhere. So how we are going to be do? So it's not possible to do it at the tenant level here. It's not, we don't have any of the app to create the classes and all. So what we have to do, we have to come to ADT and we have to create the class here. Even like in the custom view entity also, we do have the classes. See, I think this is nothing but a behavior implementation classes. So might be you will get some question in your mind. So it's only behavior implementation classes needs to be created in this ADT. No. So we can simply come here. If you would like to create any of the classes, simply click on the new ABAP class and we will create it. Okay, so this is the place where we will be write the logic and all. So it's nothing but a dev extensibilities and all, we used to call it as. So where we'll write the logic, we'll write the logic in the IDG tool.
One question, interfaces and method will be also include.
Interfaces and methods, yes, here normally we will add, right? So you can use the syntax for the interfaces and then you can add the interface name. Yes. Methods normally once we created the class, inside the class will be having the public section, private section, all these things, right? You can declare the public section and then you can do the implementation of that particular method is the below.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
Uh, Shrikant, once OData or OER, see, this for deployment of this app, we need to launch on Bash Studio or we can deploy it in Eclipse only.
If in case if you would like to see to the end user level and all, yes, we have to deploy it over there. From our side, whatever the details is required to implement that particular app and all, we will share it to the Fiori guy. Where we will get all these things, we will get it in the service binding.
Yeah. So we will be having like a hands-on demo on that, like how to deploy it on BTP Launchpad via Bash.
Bash, no, it will be not covered here. So,
Okay.
but how and till and how we can able to do in case if you would like to create any of the app and all, what are the details is required, how we are able to complete the logic and all, yes, it will be covered here. So we'll take an example of one CDS. On top of that one, we'll create the metadata extension, service definition, service binding, and we can see the print preview also. So we'll be not having any Fiori app tile for that one. Instead of that one, we can able to see it at the print preview. And what are the details is required to share it with them, that endpoint URL and all. So in case if it is a standard one and all, like which catalog it will be belongs to and all those details, yes, we can show it here. But in including in the Bash Studio and all, it will be covered as part of pure Fiori. It will be not covered here, Rishabh.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Shrikant, Fiori elements also front end guy only will manage, or we have to.
Here we have the two options, Mahesh. Okay,
Okay.
so metadata extension will be there. So from
Yeah.
our side, few of the things can be restricted. So in case if
Yeah.
you would like to see the line item descriptions, in case if
Yeah.
you would like to do some calculations and all that, we can able to do based on some annotations at the metadata extension. In case
Yeah.
if it is not feasible in our side, then we
Hmm.
will coordinate with the Fiori guy and we'll ask them to add their annotations from their side. But
Okay.
first,
Yeah.
first thing will be it come to initiate from our end.
Okay. From our side, just create wrap BO definitions and giving back to Fiori guy. That's all from
BO
ABAP end.
definition, BO implementation, and BO metadata extension is the main one.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
we can able to play how you would like to visualize your app at the front end. So that
Yes.
visualization we can be played at the metadata extension level.
Yeah. Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I'll be. Anyone having any doubts, or should I move on? Okay, I'll consider it as no. Let me move on. So hope I think everyone is clear like how it is going to be. So where we'll write the logics and all, and in the public cloud projects like in RAP also, if you'd like to write the logic, must and should we require the Eclipse. Without Eclipse, we can't do any logic in any of the RAP or public cloud projects. Okay, let's take an example. So how it is going to be write the in case if I get any requirement from the business and business user. So we'll interact with the process team and how we are able to write the logic. Normally, as we know, aware of it, like entire logic of the above will be covered with the this particular keyword rise FW. Rise, what is rise FW? So most probably everyone is aware of it. Just to reiterate once, it's nothing but a reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancement, and forms. Okay, what is report? Okay, what are the types of reports we'll be having? How we are able to do it in the S4? Okay, so S4 side, and normally in case if you'd like to create of the reports, either classical or interactive ALV, so we need to go to AC38 program, and on top of that one, we will create the transaction, and then that particular transaction we will give it to the end user center. The same approach in case if you would like to do it in the public cloud project, what is the ways we'll be having? Okay, we have two ways. So one is in case if it is like only at the serious level, you don't want to do it anything at the logic. You don't have any explicit logic for that one. So straight away I'll go for CDS, custom CDS. I'll create the metadata extension. On top of that one, we'll create the service definition and service binding, and we will do it. So this is nothing but a list report. Okay, we'll click on the print preview. I'll show you one example if it is there quickly. So normally in service binding, we will be having the option. It's not. No, I think it will be not helpful. Hmm. Let me see if I get anything. This service binding. No, this is also same. No, I think this is not suitable here. Okay, we'll create anyway. We'll create one thing. We will show it there. So this will be so, but in case we have lot of derivation logic, so we have to hit like some extra things needs to be do calculations and all, or else like in case if you try to call any of the BAPI and all, you'll might be you are receiving some data from the selection parameter. Might let's take an example, sales organization is there, company code is there, material document is there, and then you will be having the posting date. So based on these combination, you would like to create any of the document posting and account document posting center. So how we are going to do? So first I will fetch all the data, and then I will create the BAPI here. And then normally in public cloud projects we'll be not having any of the BAPI and all. It would be API. How we are going to call the API, or we'll be having the business object. So the only first priority is these two: business object or API. So first we'll figure it out. Either we have any existing BA business object is available. If not, we'll go for the API. And if still if API is also there, not there, then we'll be having some other option that I will show you in the next sessions. I will discuss later on. But normally this will be the approach. So if we have straight away forward logic, so no need to write any single line of the code. Directly we'll create the go to custom CDS view app and we'll do the metadata extension, service definition and all. But if any derivation logic is there, we will do it in the custom view entity. Yeah, I said like we'll be having some issue with my keyword. Okay, I'll rectify that next class, prior to the next class. but we'll be having some approach custom view entity. Based on that one, we can write the logic and all. No, it's not working. Okay. Why I have mentioned as a business hub here is like it's for the interfaces center. Okay, that's for the report. So keyboard is not working. Let me play with this. Apologies for the inconvenience. Actually, my kid has been today morning only. He pressed a lot of things, and unfortunately, I'm not able to sort it out before prior to the class. Uh, Okay.
Srikanth, see, I come with a SAP techno-functional background. I don't have any exposure on ECC, ABAP and HANA. I know ABAP.
Mm-hmm.
So will I be able to
Yes.
come for the training and understand things?
Someone acknowledge I'm audible.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes, Srikanth.
Oh, okay. I thought that might be some issue from my end. I thought of disconnecting. Okay. Thanks for acknowledge. Okay. So that is for the reports and all. So in the similar way, in case if we would like to create any of the interface and all, what are the options we'll be having in the S4 side? Having OData and so the ability again, like most probably, if people are having the hands-on on the OData, you must be familiar with the CF application interface framework. This is nothing but used for the error handling and all. In the similar way, if you would like to do any of the interface logics and all, how you can able to do it in the public cloud projects? It's nothing but we have to figure out the relevant API for us. So where you will find out the relevant API. So it needs to be get it from the SAP Business Hub. So we have one portal, SAP Business Hub. So we'll be navigate to SAP Business Hub. We will again issue. Yeah, I think backspace. Yeah, SAP Business Hub is the one. There we will go and we will check which version you are relevant you are looking for. So you are looking for S4, you are looking for public cloud, or you are looking for the private cloud. We have to choose this particular one, and we have to choose the relevant API. So we have the option. We will give the requirement. So if it is related to delivery related, purchase related, or it's related to the sales order, or it's related to the accounting document, we'll give the requirement. You can able to get list of APIs we'll be having. So we'll be having normal API. We'll be having the SOAP APIs as well, but if we normal API is there, we'll choose that one, and we have the option to do the testing there itself. So that's the beauty of the SAP Business Hub. So you no need to come here. We have to do testing. Come to our SAP GUI, give that particular. In case if it is BAPI calls and all, we need to give the BAPI here again. Whatever the data is there, you need to give all the importing parameters, exporting parameters. All these things is not at all required here. In if you would like to do the testing for the relevant API, simply we have to add our tenant over there. I mean like tenant nothing but this is the one. We have the option, we have the option to add the tenant over there, and we can do the testing. So might be you will get confused, like it's SAP Business Hub, why I need to add the tenant over there? Why? Because whatever the test data you are going to be provided for the tenant, if you would like to available in that particular test case, it needs to be mapped. So in case if you would like to see only the metadata, that means like whatever the fields are available in that particular xyz entity, you no need to add this particular tenant over there. But if you would like to do the testing whether this particular API will be suitable for your requirement, yes, you need to add the tenant over there, and you have to provide all the required details. We'll feed it to the entity and we'll execute. So if it is working fine, then straight away we'll create we have the standard apps as I said, communication scenario, communication arrangement, and we require few more details like communication system, communication user, and what is that one we will be discussed detailed at the end. When we are covering the public cloud, differentiation between S4 and then public cloud. So what is the communication system, what is communication user, communication scenario arrangement, And once we have done everything here, what you will get the URL. Like normally what we'll do it in the data. So once we create the SCGW project, we'll create the maintain services and we'll do the execution in the gateway client. So in the gateway client, we will be having the URL. There will be having the different option, put, patch, post, all these things. So in the similar way, whatever the URL you are expecting for this particular XYZ entity, the same URL we are going to be share it with the CPI team, and CPI or middleware, or the directly, in case if it is we don't have any middleware, directly we'll give to the third party system. Like either Ariba or Conquer, any one of the things. That way interfaces will be do the comparison here as with the public cloud and S4. Next, reports interfaces is done. So coming to the next one, conversions. What is conversions? B2C. What are the types of conversions we'll be having? So in case if a user has been with some XYZ ERP system they are using, they would like to convert their thing into SAP ERP. So whatever the legacy data they are having, we would like to convert it into our SAP system. So normally in the previous one we'll be having BDC, LSNW, that whole techniques and all. But the beauty with the SAP public cloud project is like everything is automated. So standard DMC programs, data migration cockpit. So we have the data migration cockpit programs available here. We'll simply need to be provide the required information over there and we will be execute again. So even like DMC programs also will be having two types. In case if standard DMC programs is not available, so we have to do it at the custom level. How we will do it at the normal level? I mean like in the S4 level, so we'll be having the option in the BDC screen recording, all these things will be do in the similar way. Here also we have the two types of automation, so side by side and in app. So this will be something different. So might be tomorrow I'll give some brief about this one, what is side by side, what is in-app extension builds and all. But yes, in case if we don't have any standard data migration cockpit programs, so how we are able to convert our legacy data to SAP systems, this is using two options, side by side or in-app. Then coming to main one, forms. So in S4 we'll be having the scripts, smart forms, Adobe forms, and normally we should be having the Adobe lifecycle needs to be ADLC needs to be added in our system, SAP GUI, all these things. All these things is not required. Again, in this particular one, dev tenant itself, for specifically for the forms, we will be having the forms option is available here. So based on the requirement, we will search it and then we will get that particular one. We will download it, we will make the changes and we will upload it again. That's it. We are not going to do any, I mean like specifically we are not going to do anything in this particular uh, I mean to say like ADT or somewhere. So might be something you will come to your mind. So form changes where we will write the logic. So form changes we are not able to do anything at the ADT level. So only the form related changes will be performed at the tenant level. Tenant level. So that is the difference for the main keywords and all. Apart from that, so as I said, like yeah, this is the one. And one more thing come to your mind. So in case if you are doing the comparison for the S4 and public cloud, so how you are able to move the transports? As it has said, like we will be not having any TRs and all. No, yes, we'll be having the TRs. Whatever the changes we are doing it at the ADT level, ABAP development tool, it will be saved at the TR level. But what about this one? So whatever the changes I'm doing at the app level, in case if I'm creating any of the custom CDS view or I'm doing any communication scenario, communication arrangement, where I'm going to save it and how it will be transported to the next tenant. It's nothing but a text tenant. So that one also will be do it at the app level only. We will be having software collection apps, import software collection, export software collection center. That also will show it at the ad level. So as a high level, if I say, so this particular training which we are going to be covered, so it is going to be full-fledged of the RAP, and you will be able to differentiate between S4 and then public cloud, so that you can say like you will be having the hands-on on the public cloud projects as well. So S4 is a, and ECC already having the hands-on experience. Everyone I'm expecting ECC will be having, S4 will be having. So in this particular training, we are going to be cover CDS and RAP and high level of the public cloud projects differentiations as well. So that means, so if you learn this particular kind of the thing, so I can surely say in the next 10 to 15 years, so mostly public cloud and private projects will be there. So we will be easily sustained in the market. Okay. Anyone having any doubts, any concerns, or you would like to discuss anything?
Shrikant,
Uh,
by the sorry, okay, go ahead. Yeah,
it's okay, Mahesh. We can continue.
yeah. By the end of this course, we will be able to create all the objects and everything in public as well as private cloud. Shrikant.
Sorry, I lost you in between, Mahesh. Can you repeat
Yeah, yeah,
once?
yeah. By the end of this course,
Hmm.
will we be able to, create objects and everything in public cloud?
Yes, you can.
Like,
So
okay,
last 1 week we are going to be take this particular session only, how it is
okay,
going to be S4 and how it is going to be in the public cloud. What are the apps we will be having? What is the main standard apps we are going to be leverage as part of the public cloud? Yes. So you can directly put in your resume. So we'll be help
okay,
you. Anyway, I'm going to take mock interviews also.
okay,
So in case if you guys would like to understand like how the questions will be shout on the public cloud, all these things, yes, I will happy to help you guys.
But how will it give access to public cloud? Is a free trial account is there? Eh?
So yes, tenant will be created, Jagan. Yes, trial will be
Yeah.
created, Jagan. So that particular test tenant details will be shared with you. So this is the text tenant and the URL and the user ID and password will be given to you.
No, do we get any trial account for public cloud?
Yes, we are trying to get that particular one. Yes, we'll give it to you. So we are working with the basis team on this.
No, no, we cannot get a trial account like how we have BTP trial account.
That
Yeah.
one we can, yes. But anyway, I think that particular thing, if you would like to know, yes, we'll take one session and then we'll help you.
In that you can create a custom CDS. Eh?
No,
Trial.
custom series you have like whatever the URL which I'm giving, you can create it over there directly. It's no need to go for the
Oh,
custom trial account. So that's what I think to make the job much easier for you. So we are going directly create one sub account and we'll give it to you. So you need to
oh,
go for the trial account and all. In case if you would like to create the trial account and all, you have to create the global account. Inside that one, you have to create the sub account, all these things.
oh, okay, okay,
So normally, as per the ABAP and all, it's not required for you to understand the sub account and all. So how you are going to be interact with the side by side those things, just will be having the basic knowledge that would be suffice. But as per our things, normally once we step into the public cloud project and all, so we will receive all these details, tenant details, and then user ID and password. Straight away, we'll go ahead and then you will create the custom series for you over there.
okay. Thank you.
No problem.
One more doubt, Shrikant.
Yeah.
The apps which will be created, they will be dynamic in nature, like,
Mhm.
or static apps.
You're purely concentrating on the app levels means I think it would be something different, Rishi. So dynamic things that can be done at the SaaS level, so that can be handled by the UI teams.
Okay. And can you come again? I didn't clear.
So dynamic in the sense like in case if you would like to populate any of the virtual element, those things you are expecting.
No, dynamic means if once the app is exposed, the user inputs something, then the API returns again like that.
That we can able to do it here itself. Like it's nothing about a dynamic and all. So that is like just
O-
normal selection parameters. They will be populated. We will retrieve that particular selection data and we will do some derivation logic here in case if any of the posting and all. And at the end we will acknowledge the same thing at the app level itself. That we can able to do it here itself. No need to go to
Okay.
source. That's like normal business requirements. Like we'll be having a lot of things, like kind of the things. Like if I take the example of the account document posting and all, so they will be provide material document and posting date and company code, right? So that will be provided at the selection screen level. So we'll retrieve that particular thing. So we'll do some validations, and based on that one, we'll do the BAPI document posting and all, and we will acknowledgement back to the same screen.
Yeah. Okay.